If a film opens with a caption saying corruption causes cancer, you know you're doomed for the next 3 hours. Hi guys, this is Farad and welcome back to my channel Popcorn Reviews. If you're new to this channel, then please smash that subscribe button now. And the film that we are going to be discussing today is probably the worst film that I've seen this year. One of the worst films that I've seen. It is the Tamil pan-India film Indian 2, which is starring Kamal Haasan and directed by Shankar. Now I remember, watching Indian, the first part. Indian 2 is the sequel of Indian. So first part that released in 1996. I remember watching that on cable TV, and it was a new form of storytelling for me as a child, and it had a nice little father-son conflict that was also there in that film that really changed the grammar for me. Of course, I was too young to understand at that point of time, but it was definitely different from the Hindi films that I had watched here. And so I was really anticipating on what Indian 2 would have to offer. And as usual, I had not watched its trailer. I did not know what to expect. And oh boy, was that a mistake at the end of the day. I mean, picture this, one of the scenes that is there. I'll just narrate a couple of scenes before I get to the story and screenplay. The protagonist here, Senapati, is showcases his art form Varma Kalai, and towards a character, you would say, who's very rich. He stays in a gold mansion, so to say, and it is also, a leak scene from a marriage that happened in Bombay, but that is for another day. But when he showcases Varma Kala and that character, the character randomly, starts galloping on the streets. It was unintentionally funny. In a separate scene, you see, a face-off with Senapati with one of the characters in a space kind of an environment, simulated environment that was there, and to convey a message, he uses his saliva. I mean, I'm not even making that up. It is like, I really don't know what to say. Was it vision? Was it humor? Was it intended to be funny? Surely not intended to be funny, but I mean, I'm so sorry. I mean a lot of respect for Kamal Haasan sir and Shankar, both of whom have done amazing job here. But I need to actually call out this film for the kind of filmmaking and writing that is there, along with bad performances. I cannot just sit here and praise, that is not what this channel stands for. I have to criticize the film. So, coming to the story and screenplay, Indian 2 follows a story of youngsters that are there, who make parody videos based on the corruption that is prevalent in the country. But they want the corruption to be eradicated, and therefore they make a plea to call back Indian, and guess what? Indian comes back, whereas he should not have come back. The character of Senapati should not have come back. It's such an iconic character that is there that it should not have been touched. Anyway, when it is touched, the story here is very bad. It's not bad, it's very bad, and there's no two ways to put it, because it is so fragmented. It's not even focused. If there is a central conflict that is there with characters around that conflict, then it actually would make sense. But here it is so clustered, so fragmented, that each incident seemed like a separate film altogether, and that is what completely disconnected me from the drama. On top of that, the gimmicks that were there, oh boy. I mean, from the opening scene that is there, the film was absolutely ridiculous, to say the least. I cannot, fathom how, superficial the concept of internet and posting on social media was here. Anything that you post is taken to be, it's going to be viral. I mean, internet doesn't work that way. I am making so many videos, none of them are getting viral, right? So it doesn't work that way, and it is just so superficial, so boomer, you would say, with the kind of inception also that is there of the drama. Somewhere there was a good story, but I would say absolutely not. But the fun begins, after the 20-minute mark, when you're introduced to the protagonist, and there is a random song that happens with women wearing scantily dressed, women are just dancing around. The problem is not their dress, by the way. The problem is, in this universe, it absolutely made no sense at all. That song itself did not contribute at all to the film that was there, and it was absolutely ridiculous. And more ridiculous was the sequence after that, in which the character of Senapati uses Varma Kalai on one of the characters who starts behaving like a woman, for God's sake. I mean, that's ridiculous. What's more is that Varma Kalai, the protagonist Senapati that is there, he comes to India, and it's the CBI is just showcased in such bad light. I would say there's such dimwits in the film that they cannot catch a man who's actually going online and roaming freely and saying, I'll come live on Facebook at so and so time. I mean, that's ridiculous, right? And what again after that follows is even something more ridiculous, in which Senapati starts hunting individuals who are corrupt. How, what, where, the transition between the scenes is just missing, absolutely zero. And it attributes to such such a ridiculous film. The only time I was a little invested in the drama was when the subplot of Siddharth was there. I won't give spoilers, but Siddharth, I think that subplot regarding his parents that were there ratting out his father for corruption, I think that made a little sense, but it was short lived, because again it transformed into Senapati on the run, and that climax was absolutely ridiculous. I mean, Senapati, who must be just a year or two younger than Ba from Kyuki Saas Bhi Kabhi Bahu Thi, flaunts his washboard abs that appear out of nowhere, and even as that is going on, CBI is nowhere to be seen. I mean, that's how bad the film is. And at the end, when you're using Varma Kalai using a rolling pin, there is problem in the script. What's more is that there's going to be Indian 3 also. So what I with my reading of this thing, I read a little on the internet, and I got to know that this draft of Indian 2 was almost 6 hours long, and they decided to divide it into 2 parts and make it into Indian 3 as well. Oh boy, the fun is not going to end soon, and I really don't know what to say. How did the filmmaker go so wrong here? So coming to the technical aspects, the dialogues, the music and the direction, the dialogues are so cringeworthy that it absolutely made no sense at all, leading to unintentional humor. Even the music by Anirudh just did not make the mark. Cinematography was good at times in the chase sequences, I must give it, but otherwise it was absolutely a swing and a miss. Editing, it's a 3-hour film, and there were so many lags, so many choppy editing sequences that were there, that I just lost count of how many were there. Director Shankar was a visionary director, and I use was with a lot of respect. Right now he needs to reinvent himself, otherwise this is just not going to work. This is so outdated. Some of his other films that also tackle the concepts of corruption were so well done back in the day, but I would probably need to revisit those to see whether they have aged well. I don't know that, like Annayan, which is there, or Indian itself there, or Shivaji the Boss that is there. Nayak, what a wonderful film. Nayak, I think holds the test of time. I can vouch for that. And he mixed a good amount of commerce in a very serious film as well back in the day. So I have a lot of respect for Shankar as a director, but this was just ridiculous. I mean, I need to call this out. This is absolutely just not done. Coming to the performances, there's so many characters that are used, like Piyush Mishra, all good actors. Piyush Mishra, Zakir Hussain, Kalidas Jairam, Rakul Preet Singh, so many are there. Priya Bhavani Shankar, none of them leave a mark. They just do not have enough in the film to actually contribute even to the screenplay. The only one that makes a little mark is Siddharth. I think he was splendid in a losing cause. I think the way he had that outburst in that funeral scene was so beautifully performed by Siddharth. I think Siddharth was wonderful in the film. I was also very, surprised with S.J. Surya and the kind of bravado that was there with his clothing. It just didn't make sense to me. And coming to Kamal Haasan sir, I think this is a performance that he will need to forget. It is not so much Kamal Haasan's fault. I would say it is more to do with the characterization that absolutely converted him into a caricature. And the performance was not up to the mark. I'm so sorry. I'm again a huge admirer. I even did a series, to celebrate Kamal Haasan sir, but this is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I cannot lie on this channel. I need to respect this platform that is there, and it's absolutely not done. So overall, Indian 2 is a fragmented and a pale shadow of the first film with ridiculously bad writing. I mean, it's outdated with its execution. It reeks of the 90s and early 2000s. And it's a film that can easily be skipped and forgotten. I'm so sorry I'm coming out this harsh in a film, in such a huge film with such talented names. I'm a nobody basically, and if I'm actually, I have to call them out, it actually pains me, if I have to call out Kamal Haasan sir or Shankar, the director. I'm a nobody to tell them, but they've missed the mark here, and I need to put that message out. I am so sorry, but Indian 2 not recommended. So if you're liking this video, please smash that like button. Comment on what did you make of the film Indian 2, or the kind of expectations that you have. Liking, disliking, or commenting any of the reactions that are there helps fuel the YouTube algorithm, so make sure you do that. Also, ask your friends to subscribe to the channel, share this video with your friends and family, and let's grow this Digi family together. If you'd like to read my full detailed review of Indian 2 on my site, Popcorn Reviews with a double S, the link of which is in the description box below, to visit that as well. Also follow me on different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Letterboxd. I do not end up making a video on everything that I watch, but I do write a lot. All information is present on my site and on my social media handles, and I put up all the latest reviews from the weekend, day in and day out. There's at least one daily review every day from across the globe, Indian, non-Indian, any languages. And you can also read the review, by the way, in your language that is there. There's a translated option that is also there, so do visit that as well. I'll see you again soon with another video. Till then, take care of yourselves, and thank you so much for your love and support. Cheers.